Breaking news coming out of Washington, D.C. in the fight for free speech and independent media as an incident at Comet Pizza, the pizzeria tied into the Pizzagate scandal that you've probably been hearing about all over the internet, has sparked a new manifestation, a new creation of laws and mass propaganda in order to defeat independent media, which makes many people who do work in independent media, including myself, worry not only about our reputation, but our existence. Now, what happened was that probably a deranged human being brandishing a gun sought to investigate Pizzagate by going to Comet Pizza. He fired into the ground, and with this incident, many people scurried away, and luckily no one was hurt. Now, Pizzagate started after many citizen journalists and independent investigators and just people online used social media and that hashtag to investigate Comet Ping Pong Pizza, the pizzeria that was just attacked a few moments ago, after leaked details emerged suggesting the pizza shop, along with Hillary Clinton and her campaign, were involved in child trafficking and satanic rituals. The mainstream media is using this incident talking about the dangers of, quote, fake news being too real. Now, this has spurred the FBI and the police to instruct the completely unsubstantiated story, Pizzagate, be removed from sites such as Facebook and Reddit. We have already seen Reddit totally get rid of the Pizzagate subreddit. Now, many people are saying this was a false flag because of many strange incidences that just happened right now, including how traffic cameras in front of this pizzeria were conveniently removed a few days ago. How this man who committed this act is actually listed as an actor on IMDb, and that he also is mentioned in a news article where he ran over a child 6 weeks ago and is currently free. Again, this has not been independently verified. This information will be in the description below for you to fact check everything yourself. But what we're seeing is that the war on fake news is really about censoring real news. And this started all from the Washington Post putting out a libelous article declaring a war on Russian propaganda and fake news. They used a dodgy website that has anonymous sources creating it as a way to justify the defamation of 200 news organizations, including the one you're watching right now, We Are Change, as, quote, Russian agents, with all the negative connotations that branding has in America. To heighten the shambles, Washington Post staffers also failed to contact any of the vilified outlets, including myself, before they published their story. So no independent investigation from this anonymous website, who has actually been retweeting on their official Twitter account 1940s Ukrainian fashion slogans. Now, this Washington Post article that started this whole fake war outrage is just shameful and disgusting and is fake news themselves. And it makes no sense because what we're seeing right now is a coordinated attack, not only by the mainstream media, but government foreshadowing an attack on freedom of speech. And that should scare the crap out of everyone. We're seeing the mainstream media, the New York Times, Washington Post, CNN, Fox News, The Atlantic, Politico, NPR, CBS News jump on this and use this as a call to criminalize fake news. Use this as an emotional ploy to convince the people that there needs to be something done about fake news. And guess what? In the government, it is. U.S. lawmakers just moved to criminalize fake news propaganda on the internet. A bill quietly tucked into the Intelligence Authorization Act for fiscal year 2017 was included, designed to crack down on free speech and independent media. Now, with Pizzagate unfolding all over the internet, there are many speculations. There is some disinformation, but I will personally do a full investigative video on this YouTube channel, so subscribe for more. But is Pizzagate real? I still have not independently researched this as much as I should, but I will. But it does make sense to me because the former Speaker of the House of the United States, Dennis Hastert, was an admitted sexual predator and pedophile and got a slap on the wrist for his crimes against children. He got 15 months in jail when he should have served life in jail for the horrible crimes he has committed against children, and he was Speaker of the frickin' House. And then to add insult to injury, the current New York Times boss, Mark Thompson, covered up The pedophile scandal with Jimmy Salva with the BBC in the United Kingdom. These people inside of the mainstream media, inside the establishment, covered up and allowed sex crimes against children to happen before. So it is needed to be investigated. And now we're having the FBI and the police saying that, no, we need to ban all discussion on Facebook and Reddit. What we're seeing right now is a response, is a resurgence, and people are actually suing the Washington Post for their lazy journalism that started this whole scandal. But ultimately what it is a mainstream media hoax to control the narrative. The mainstream media is losing control of the narrative. They're losing their ability to influence people. They're seeing people online actually talk to you from the heart with no freaking teleprompters, with reading you off the sources, with you being able to investigate the sources in the description to do your own research, and they see that as a freaking threat to their monopoly of lies and control and propaganda, because information and knowledge is power. And that's why special ops military units want to come and hang out with Mark Dice, another independent journalist, in his studio in order to study him and find out how he's able to gain such influence. Well, it's pretty much simple. You don't freaking lie. Why the United States government wants to do this? Because they are the original creators of fake news. The National Defense Authorization Act, the NDAA bill that was passed in 2002, authorized the U.S. government to lie to American citizens. The government legally can use propaganda on you and lie to you for political purpose. They are the original creators, and obviously lockstep and barrel with the mainstream media, not only with Operation Mockingbird, which you need to Google, but other journalists coming forward and saying how the mainstream media is completely fake and all controlled by the CIA. We all know this because we have been paying attention. We have been looking at the sources. We have been doing our homework, but the war is against us, and the only way to fight back is to support your independent media, is to actually subscribe. Not on Facebook, not on Twitter, not on YouTube, but actually going to our website and signing up to our email list, so there's no middleman buffer like Facebook or YouTube or Google or Twitter, who have their political agenda, who are tied into all this crap to stop you from seeing real, independent, unfiltered news, which is provided and financed by you. It is news in its purest form, because if I was not able to get support from you, I would not be here. And that's the type of news that you need to spread. Share this information, subscribe. We're going to have a lot more on Pizzagate coming on this YouTube channel, and a lot more crazy information, but the war has officially started. It has ramped up. They are going balls to the walls, all out to stop us. But together, we are changed, and there's nothing that's going to be able to stop any of the truth from going all around the world because of you and your support and you sharing this video and you being there for us. Thank you.